Good day, everyone. Thanks for joining us here in the charts. You're tuned into the Crypto Flight Edition as your fellow passenger stopping in. We have an interesting video on Ethereum and the USD pairing. It appears that Ethereum wants to continue the momentum to the upside. We're just going to give you a level just below the price, just in case there's a retracement here over the next 24 to 48, even up to 72 hours. So we're going to give you that level. We have the regression trend that I'm going to point out, and just one critical level that it may not ever revisit again, but of course be open to volatility. Anything can happen in these crypto assets, guys. So let's go ahead and reveal the chart and see what we have. Let's dive into the charts here and reveal the lines. All right, that's it. Really simple. So you're looking at the regression trend, of course. If you're new here, it's just the red area down here in the blue area, right? This regression trend. I'm looking at tradingview.com. This is the Bitfinex chart, by the way, on Ethereum. Now, the lower line that I wanted to let you guys know in terms of it being actually within this regression trend is going to be right in the middle here between the blue and the red area. It's going to be $2,035. Okay, so if there is a retracement in the market, excuse me, this is an ascending line, so it actually may change over time here, right? It's just kind of slightly ascending up. But for now, if it does happen now, which I don't think it'll happen, but don't go by what I think, okay? In terms of entering and exiting the markets, it's at about 2,035, okay? In the overhead level, just in case it blasts off to the upside, it's at $2,355 just up here. Now, the most critical level for me in terms of the market actually staying above, let's just make sure that we're all on the same page. Let's pull up the daily candles. Maybe you can see it a little bit better here. So just to make sure that we're all on the same page, Ethereum is obviously in an overall uptrend. I mean, it's clearly in an uptrend, right? Making higher highs, higher lows, and right now it just made its most recent high at about 2,100, and I guess the highest is like 2,200, just at 2,200. So right now the market is up against a higher high. Is it possible for it to backtest the previous level of resistance, which again is located here at this red line, $1,912? And I'd say it's possible. It's not guaranteed, obviously. It's in a very bullish trajectory. And it's also breaking out of a very large consolidation range that we didn't go over. We're going to get into that possibly in another video in the future. But when you break out of a very lengthy consolidation range, I'm actually surprised it hasn't like exploded yet, to be honest with you. So let's just stay tuned to the price activity. You have the lower level just below the price. If there is a retracement, that's the only level that I would be looking at. Just in case it was like a soft landing here, if we didn't go over it, 2,035, even around like 2,052. Let's just say it actually happens. Like when it gets down to that level, it doesn't mean like it's time to start panicking and selling. No. Because what we do here on the channel is we focus on the 12-hour, the daily, even the 3-day. And like if the market is volatile and it actually pushes below a specific level, we don't really start panicking. We actually wait until one of the higher time frames closes, like let's just say like the 12-hour or the daily, even as high as the 3-day candles. And let me just pull up the 3-day candle so that you can actually see it a little bit better. So you see how perfectly everything is just kind of in line with kind of that midpoint there between the red and the blue level. Like on this candle here, for example, January the 31st, 2021, notice how it actually closed above that line and it immediately went all the way up to the blue line. It got, I'm sorry, the overhead line in this blue area here in the channel, and then it found resistance and it broke down and it closed below that midpoint, and then it went all the way down to the red line. So right now we're up against a close above the midpoint. So I'd say it's likely on its way to the upside because it just closed a 3-day candle above this midpoint here. So yeah, I don't see why it would be an issue for this to continue higher. The only one thing I will say is this is a developing candle, okay? It has about a day and 22 hours to close, so less than 48 hours. So anything can change in these markets. You have to be open to volatility up or to the downside. Yeah, so you have the one level that it needs to stay above, okay? And you have the overhead target. We still have to give this price action at least until this 3-day candle closes, and of course let it print the next 3-day candle, even as far as the next 2 consecutive 3-day candles. Of course, that'll be like 6 days, and we'll see what takes place in this market. But again, it's closed above the midpoint here, so for it not to go up to the higher level, excuse me, and get a test or an obliteration, yeah, I don't see why that wouldn't be in the cards, guys, over the next week in Ethereum. So you have the overhead level 23,000, almost 20, sorry, $2,400 just overhead. Let's just wait and see how this plays out again over the next week in Ethereum. On the RSI, it's not in the oversold territories. That's going to be just overhead at the 70 level, if we can just put a line on there. So somewhere right about there. It hasn't reached that level, so I'd say it still has a lot more or a little bit more bullish potential to break above that level and at least get in the oversold territories to have the price reflect as a result of the price going up along with the RSI in the oversold regions. Okay, and that should give it a nice push to the upside. Ethereum is looking bullish to me. I don't really see any imminent downwards pressure in the market. So you have the levels, and that's pretty much it, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed that. Leave an appropriate thumb in the comments to support the channel with the YouTube algorithm. If you guys are interested, we also cover BTC. We cover a lot of the altcoins as well. So, of course, subscribe with us, and we'll send you that information when it's available. That's it. Take care of yourselves. Protect your portfolios. Execute your strategies. Thank you for your time. We'll talk soon, and bye for now.